Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Marchant here with your outlook for March 5th, 2018. For your Monday, we're expecting partly to mostly sunny skies today. Still we're a little bit breezy, though, because we have this system off to our east, and that is the same system that affected us on Friday. So still lurking out here, but it is starting to slowly pull away. So we're getting a gradual improvement with the winds here each day, and so we're not going to be as breezy as it was over the weekend, but still northwest winds 10 to 15, with gusts to 25 occasionally can still occur in parts of the region today. Overall, not a big deal comparatively speaking to what we've seen over the weekend and especially on Friday, but the system finally gets out of the picture, and that's going to be just in time for the next one to come in, which is going to be another coastal storm opportunity here for the middle of the week. So we move ahead from this. We get into Tuesday. We start off partly cloudy in the morning, and the skies will become overcast in the afternoon. What we have going on here is we have a system, very weak though, not like this last one was ramped up coming in here on Thursday. Actually, Thursday we had this system coming into the west. It was very strong. That ended up in northwest Pennsylvania. This is not very strong. It's going to transfer just like the last one did to another coastal system down here over eastern North Carolina. So this is going to be a transfer just similar to the last one. This is a Miller B for those of you weather enthusiasts that know what I'm talking about. This is what is classified as a Miller B coastal system. This will come up and come very close to the New Jersey coastline and then take a path kind of like either near or right over the Cape and up in this direction like this. So it's going to be within a few miles of that. And where that exact track ends up with this coastal system will determine who gets how much snow, who gets rain and snow, or who gets rain or snow, I should say, and how much snow falls. Again, right now we're favoring the interior for that, for the best chances that I think you're going to start off as rain. This is overnight Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. You have snow showers that are out ahead of it. This is actually with the lead front and the coastal system taking off further to the south. As we move forward, though, and this thing takes over as the new primary. This one weakens, all right, and then we get into, this is our early Wednesday morning, and this is Wednesday morning, early afternoon right here. That's what I want to show you first. This is right about noon on Wednesday, and you can see north or along and southeast of 985, you're going to be rain at this point. You got a 997 millibar low that is starting to develop here near the Delmarva, just east of it. Interior is going to remain snow where you started off as snow, and then the next frame this thing ramps up, and what happens is you have cold air that's able to be drawn in as the system starts to crank and it starts to move at a latitude to which the winds start coming in from the north instead. So you get that cold air coming in and draining in, and that's going to change this over to snow. So even in the Philadelphia area and points south and east where you start off as rain, you could go over to snow. That's just a preliminary look at this. This has been modeled differently among several different pieces of model guidance. So we're going to watch this closely because slight shifts east or west can make a big difference with this low. If it's not this close to the coast, it's going to shaft people on the west side here. It's going to be a very tight gradient to begin with because you have on the west side here, you have an area of subsidence, which is sinking air in between that column that I just drew there. So in this area, this vicinity right here, there is sinking air. So areas out in central PA, Chambersburg, Harrisburg, Williamsport, State College, places like that, might be dealing with a lot less because of that sharp cutoff on the left side. And again, it's going to be track dependent. If this is a little bit further east, that's going to cut off eastern Pennsylvania and just make it mostly a New Jersey type thing. Okay, so this is still has some wiggle room here, and that it hasn't been decided yet exactly where that sets up. But the subsidence, I think, is a real thing. A lot of times when you have a dying low out here in the Ohio Valley transferring energy to the coast, you're going to have that subsidence in between the two, between that transfer. It just happens. It's a dry slot that happens almost every single time, and it's just the way the physics of this works out. So if you're looking out here, central PA, wanting for something to accumulate out here, you want a system that's going to be maybe tracking over eastern New Jersey in order to get that. But right now, the heaviest snows look like eastern Pennsylvania and southeastern Pennsylvania up to maybe central and northern New Jersey. Okay, that's just a preliminary. We're going to have our first call out on the weather alerts at 5 p.m. today, which will take a better look at this system, and we'll have our first call amounts for that at that time. So just a preliminary look. Again, track has to be worked out. We're going to look at the overnight guidance and again the guidance that runs during the morning and afternoon on Monday before we get into any first calls for this system. The chances are there for that snow that will be winding down in the evening on Wednesday as the system ramps up into New England, and you get a big snow up here in the interior New England also. There is the potential for the system to do 6 or more inches of snow in some areas, so we're going to monitor this very closely. Okay? So this is the signal number one of the two we outlined at a long range. If you watched our long range Weather Weekly's video yesterday, or if you watched or looked at the long range outlook that we had on Friday, we outlined two storm signals. This is the first of two. Okay. We are going to be in cold Thursday, partly to mostly cloudy, maybe a stray flurry. And then here's Friday. We're talking about partly cloudy skies. Again, flurry possible across the far northern areas. That's for Friday. All right. And then we're going to turn our attention to Saturday. Saturday should be a partly cloudy day. System slides off to our south. And then we get into Sunday. And here's another system. This is the second signal of the two. Now, this is being modeled differently as well. This could also be a significant snowfall for parts of the area. Again, favoring the interior because climatologically we're getting a little bit milder here now. So we're going to watch how this evolves very closely. But this could be another snowmaker for parts of the region. So this is going to be the Sunday-Monday time frame as this system ramps up off the coast and heads eastward. I think this is your last wintry threat, though, for the season. And again, this is going to be modeled differently. We're going to worry about the first one first, but I just want to show you that there is a signal out there for the second system as well, but it is being shown on some of this guidance now to bring accumulating snow to parts of the area, and we'll get into that one later. But first, again, first system we are focused on is this system right here. Let me go back a little bit. Here's our system that we're talking about for the coastal system and the potential for snow for at least our eastern sections, but this could change back and forth, whether this is a little bit further west, further east. Maybe there's a little less substance on the west side. We'll see. Okay, first call is 5 p.m. today. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Marchers. That is your outlook for March 5th, 2018. Have a great Monday.